Alright everyone, Cowboy Trades here and welcome back to the channel for a quick update on the banking sector. Now, hold on, I know what you're thinking, Cowboy, where is the Bitcoin update? We only care about Bitcoin, we don't care about the banking sector. But hold on, I'm seeing signs in the banking sector that are reminiscent of the 2008 global financial crisis. Things have just changed in the banking sector that allowed the S&P 500 to take a huge nosedive into the end of this week. And if you're a Bitcoin trader, you're gonna want to know what is going on. So I just made a video about the USDC collapse. And if you didn't know, this is because the USDC stablecoin, which is now depegged all the way down to 90 cent, had about 3.3 billion worth of its reserves in a collapsed bank known as Silicon Valley. Now, this Silicon Valley bank collapse was the largest bank collapse since the 2008 global financial crisis, and it was also the nation's 16th largest bank. So just a little bit of backstory. If you are well versed in the 2008 financial crisis, you know this kind of all boils down to those subprime mortgage loans. However, what happened after the subprime mortgage crisis? What happened is the large banks started becoming insolvent. What happened after the large banks started becoming insolvent? The smaller banks underneath them, the mid-sized banks that had their capital in the quote-unquote risk-free biggest banks. That is where the phrase too big to fail comes from. You had all of the mid-sized banks underneath the big banks holding their capital in big banks. So when the big banks went bust, the mid-sized banks went bust. When the mid-sized banks went bust, the banks underneath them, the smaller banks went bust, and it's kind of like a collapsing pyramid from that point. Now, like we just discussed, this is the largest bank collapse since the 2008 financial crisis, the nation's 16th largest bank, and look at this chart. It is trading like a shitcoin. It is trading like a dog coin right now. It is literally down 60.5% in a day. A bank stock for the 16th largest bank. Wow, you can see on the week it is down 63%. So as we discussed, if you're well versed in the financial crisis, you know that after the big banks go bust, the ones underneath that go bust. We quite recently saw that in the crypto ecosystem. FTX went bust, and then underneath FTX, tons of other mid-sized exchanges started going bust, and then, you know, lending platforms underneath those started going bust. Projects started becoming insolvent and, you know, losing their capital that they had funds trapped in FTX. This is what happens. You have the big dogs at the top going insolvent, the mid-sized people underneath going insolvent, then the smaller ones become insolvent. So let's look at the banking sector, talk about the S&P 500, and then talk about Bitcoin. So as we discussed, the Silicon Valley stock is down 63% in the week. Let's check the rest of the markets. First Republic Bank is down 35%. Western Alliance Bank Corporation is down 35%. Signature Bank is down 38% this week. Bear in mind, we're all looking at the weekly time frame. Xeons is down 18.5% this week. East West Bancorp is down 16.5% this week. Fifth Third Bancorp is down 16.5% this week. Citizens Financial Group is down 16%. Key Corp is down 15%. Huntington is down 12.5%. Commercial Incorporated is down 15.5%. M&T Bank Corporation is down 13.5%. Truist Financial Corporation is down 16.5%. US Bancorp is down 14%. Wells Fargo is down 12%. And Regions Financial Corporation is down 13.4%. So honestly, this is not something that happens every day. This is really a black swan event in the markets right now. And once again, I can't emphasize this enough. If you are a cryptocurrency trader, you probably should understand the macro economy. If you are only looking at trend lines, and I posted this over on Twitter, these are honestly my exact thoughts, and I say this with love, but if you're a crypto guru and you're only looking at your favorite trend line, you're only looking at your favorite bull market indicator, maybe it's a trend line, maybe it's the pi cycle bottom, and it's telling you that a bull run is getting started and you're believing it, you're about to get fucked, because you need to understand how the macro economy affects the rest of these markets. Now, the banking sector being absolutely down, and we're seeing these reminiscing signs of the 2008 financial crisis. I'm not going to dive into even more signs of the 2008 financial crisis. If you do watch my channel, we cover the equity market a lot. We talk about the similarities between what is happening right now and the 2008 financial crisis. You know, of course, if you've been keeping up to date on my channel, we've been talking about all of these different signals, corporate insiders selling, liquidity conditions topping out. You know, things are not looking good right now. And as you can see, The S&P 500 this week went from 4,046 down to 3,876. This was a weekly drop of 4.3%, a huge move for the S&P 500. And we currently have a red-green-red formation with a bearish engulfing candle. This is absolutely not good whatsoever. You can see the S&P 500 is beneath this key trend line. And in terms of Bitcoin, like I said, I would tie this back to Bitcoin. The banking sector is absolutely crashing. I didn't mean to pull this chart up, but I am seeing some signs that we should be continuing to break back down to the downside. All jokes aside though, Bitcoin is looking very, very bad right now. We're at a very pivotal moment where we're sitting on this trend line. And I know I said, if you're only looking at trend lines, you are going to get screwed. That is the case. But this trend line is very, very important. Keep your eyes on how Bitcoin responds to this 20,000 level. It may not happen today, but coming into next week, I believe the equity markets are going to have a big move to make. Because if you come over to these bank stocks, you can really see, if we come over to the daily time frame, this was literally happening into the end of the week. You can see, these huge moves down for First Republic. These were happening on Friday. You look at these moves, yes, we started breaking down on Thursday, but all of these dramatic drops in stock prices across the banking sector, most of them happened on Friday, plunging into absolute new bear market lows for this cycle. So be extremely cautious coming into Monday, because on Monday we have the bank stocks opening back up. We've got the stock market opening back up. If these bank stocks keep on crashing, it is going to drag the S&P 500, your NASDAQs, all of these stock market indices, it's going to drag them down with it. This is going to cause Bitcoin to follow in its trajectory. And bear in mind, this is on Monday. On Tuesday, we have the next CPI release. And if you have, once again, been keeping up to date on the channel, we talked about this hot job report data coming in. People are hoping for softening in the labor market conditions, and they were not softening. So average hourly wages are going up, non-farm payrolls are going up. So these are all signs that inflation should be coming back in. Maybe not in this CPI meeting, but probably coming into the next one. And of course, as we know, our next FOMC meeting is right around the corner, and the Fed is going to be looking at this data to decide what interest rate hike they are going to go for. So I will keep you up to date on all of this, of course, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you on Monday. If nothing happens in the markets, I'll probably take a day off tomorrow on Sunday to rest and recover. So I'll see you very soon. As always, my friends, it's been your boy Cowboy Trades. I do hope you enjoy these updates where we don't just look at Bitcoin charts, don't just look at the S&P 500. I know these are not typically things that you are going to find on other crypto YouTube channels, but these signals are extremely important, and I'd be doing you a disservice if I was just making another Bitcoin video when things like this are happening in the markets. So for today, my friends, that's all I've got. If you do enjoy these updates, let me know down below by leaving a like and a comment. Share the videos with your friends. Come and join me over on Twitter at 618_cowboy. Come and join the Discord. If you head over to my YouTube, click on the About section, you can see Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and the merch store are linked down below. See you soon, my friends. Stay safe. Cowboy Trades. I'm out. Peace.